Hello, my name is Bessim and welcome to my channel Simplified by Bessim. Today I will talk about the purpose of business and I will try to answer the question why businesses exist in the first place, or what kind of function businesses fulfill. Well, it all starts with people, and people have needs, and those needs we typically divide them into two groups: goods, things like chocolate, milk, bread, cars, clothes, or things that can be touched or tangible goods, and services, banking services, health services, or it could be entertainment. Now, services cannot be touched, but they can be experienced. And those people that have those needs, that have unmet needs, are known as clients or customers. Now, that information is out there and it's picked up by businesses who then try to find or source those goods and services clients need from somewhere. And they can do it in two ways. They can do it from internal resources or capabilities by making them, let's say in their own plants, manufacturing plants, or by asking their people, their staff, to create the services that clients or customers need. Or in case they don't have that, they can source them from external partners, organizations, let's say from manufacturing companies, could be farmers, in this case milk, or it could be from other service providers. Now, when businesses try to fulfill a client or customer need, they have to have some resources like money, people, equipment or machines, and also they have to be reasonably close to clients or customers. So the question is, what kind of purpose businesses serve actually? Well, on one side, you have clients or customers who need something, and on the other side, you have some goods and services that might be out there, or perhaps they need to be created or need to be manufactured. And what businesses do is they bring these two together. They take the services or goods that are out there and bring them to the clients and customers. So how does it work in practice? Well, when clients make this request or they want those goods and services, you have different businesses trying to fulfill those needs, and they make different offers. Let's say offer A from business A, offer B, offer C, and others. And they do that through a place or medium we usually know as the market. There are various definitions of what is the market, but perhaps the simplest one is the one that I'm going to show you. Well, we have people who are willing to give money, to give some kind of value, but in a form of money, and in exchange, they want to get those goods and services from those businesses. So a market is a place where values get exchange. What does that mean? So in that place, it could be a bazaar, could be some kind of a digital place, digital medium. You have an exchange of values. It could be money for goods and services, or it could be goods for goods, or it could be service for service. But there is some kind of a trade, there is some kind of exchange of values taking place in that market. And what we need also to understand is that in the market, there is a fierce competition between businesses who are trying to get to the same client or customers. That's the idea of market. Business A making an offer, and then you have perhaps sometimes hundreds of businesses, especially when it comes to, let's say, online markets. And what we need to understand is that businesses compete with one another in market to fulfill the needs of clients. And so how do they compete? Well, by making offers that typically we can define or we can analyze or evaluate in terms of price, quality, and time. So if you want to evaluate any kind of offer, could be an iPad, could be McDonald's, you just need to look at it in terms of price, quality, and time, and you could reasonably calculate the value that it provides to customers. For example, let's say we have a grocery shop selling apples, and those apples can be defined in terms of price, $4 per kilogram. What about the quality? Premium, fresh, with attractive display, and time, which is very important for grocery shops, available immediately. This thing we also need to understand, that businesses that have higher value combination of price, time, and quality are more successful as they fulfill customer need better. Let's say we have offer A and offer B. They might be for the same product, they might be for perhaps even the same time, but the quality might change, or it could be just the time might change. And the offer A of for some reason, might be more valuable to customers than offer B. And perhaps it could be that those apples are available immediately, and the other store that sells apples might be further away. Or it could be that business that it's providing offer A delivers home, delivers at your address. So there could be different combinations of value, but in the end, what matters to customers is not just one element of the value, but the total combination of it that they appreciate. And this is how it works. Let's say you're looking to buy a smartphone, and perhaps you're evaluating between Samsung and iPhone. How customers evaluate different offers? Let's take an example of iPhone versus Samsung. I mean, they look at the time, let's say, which one is the latest, most sophisticated, probably that's a good indication, and the price, and perhaps the quality. And somebody might see Samsung Galaxy as a more valuable offer or bringing more value because it has a reasonably good quality and the price is lower. That is, the value they need to provide in exchange in terms of money for getting a Samsung, it's lower. They're getting more for what they give back. But that depends from the person to person, because somebody might analyze and evaluate or see that the quality of iPhone, it's worth paying the premium price for that product. So what we need to take from this is that whenever you're designing a product or service, you always need to evaluate or analyze it in terms of price, quality, and service. And then take the combination of the three and see what kind of need you're satisfying or fulfilling from the clients. Or you can do it from the other way, actually. You can look at what the clients want, what the client or customers want, try to define that in terms of price, quality, and time, and then go about and find those products and services, or perhaps you need to design them and make them.